So let's keep it real. A lot of us stopped playing Apex Legends. Somewhere along the way, the game began to get a bit stale. We stopped playing for 1 week turned into a month, and a month turned into a year. And let's face it, that's natural. Apex has been out for 5 years, and if you're anything like me, someone who played pretty much every single day for 3 years straight, well, the game is naturally gonna get boring at some point. But it's not just that. Apex Legends took a while to implement many changes the community and fans were asking for, and some of us just got tired of asking. But that's the thing about time. You leave something for a certain amount of time, and when you come back, it always seems better than it really is. And that's exactly how I currently feel when I return to Apex Legends after about a year. The game actually feels fun. I've been having a blast. In the latest season of Apex, Respawn has completely overhauled this game. There's new modes, new features, and probably one of my favorite changes in a while, new legend perks. So let's talk about these new legend perks for a sec. Every single legend in Apex now has new perks that you unlock as you upgrade your Evo shield. Now this might seem like a small change, but it actually offers you a brand new way to play every single time you pick up that legend. For example, when you upgrade to Raid's blue Evo shield, the level 2 perks allow you to choose between either a tactical cooldown of 5 seconds or an upgrade to her passive that triggers when the nearby squad count increases. Her purple Evo shield level 3 perks lets you choose to either reduce her ultimate cooldown by 60 seconds, yes, 60 seconds, or reduce her tactical windup by 20%. Now of course, for all of my OG Apex players out there, it's still not as good as Raid's original phase, but it's still definitely an upgrade. But this new legend perk system is actually really interesting because it lets you play in so many different ways with different legends in the game. For example, even Lifeline has a brand new self-res perk that basically gives her 1 free self-res. And as we all know, self-res is no longer in the game. Respawn removed that a very long time ago, but now you actually have a reason to use Lifeline if you do miss having that self-res ability. So as I've been playing this brand new Apex season for the first time in so long, not only have I been having fun using my previous mains and getting familiar with their upgrade trees, but I've also been using new legends as well. I never played Revenant, but now I'm kind of a Revenant main, which is crazy. And on the topic of Revenant's abilities also got completely reworked. Now of course this happened a while back with the whole Revenant Reborn season, but I still just wanted to mention this because Revenant right now is crazy fun. And I'm having so much fun just playing different legends, seeing their different upgrade trees, and just playing Apex in a brand new way. For someone like me who has been playing this game since season 0, day 1, playing Apex now in 2024 is a completely different vibe because the game just feels so fresh. In the brand new Apex season, there's also new items in the game, for example Evo caches and Evo harvesters. With the brand new way that Evo shields work in the game, you can't just pick up random shields on the ground anymore. So the only real way to get to the final shield, the red Evo shield in this game, is to level up your shields by doing damage or by collecting these Evo caches and Evo harvesters. You can actually find these Evo caches in game drops or loot vaults, for example the loot vault on World's Edge, and this will actually give you a guaranteed Evo shield upgrade. So if you're Evo shield blue, you will get to purple. If you're purple, you'll get to red. Evo caches only affect you though, so if your teammates get it before you, then that's unfortunate. Now Evo harvesters actually give your entire squad a slight Evo shield upgrade as well. It won't necessarily give you a full upgrade, it depends on where you're at in terms of your leveling up, but it's also an interesting way that players can now use to level up their Evo shields instead of just simply doing damage. Now one of the biggest changes that recently came in Apex a while ago is cross progression. Cross progression is something that I've been begging for since 2019, and it kinda sucks to be honest because I've been asking Respawn to bring this into the game for so long, and as soon as I stop playing Apex, all of a sudden we have cross progression now and cross save. But if you're somebody like me who started to play Apex on PS4 and later switched to PC, so you went from console to PC, I now finally have all of my skins, all of my heirlooms, all of my badges on one account, which is great. Again, it kind of sucks that Respawn took so long to do this because many of you guys don't even play Apex anymore, but that's also a good reason to return if you haven't been able to use your previous heirlooms or see your previous badges or equip your favorite skins because you switched platforms. Now is a perfect time to go back in and actually revisit those OG skins and those OG heirlooms again because it just feels nostalgic, Apex is a very nostalgic game right now for me because I feel like I'm playing 3 years ago, but in 2024, and it still feels fresh, if that makes sense. Respawn also finally gave console players a very long awaited feature in this season, and this is 120 FPS for next-gen consoles, or as they call it, performance mode. Now it's only for next-gen consoles, so only PS5 and Xbox Series. But next-gen consoles finally have 120 FPS. There is a drawback though. If you actually do decide to enable performance mode on your next-gen console, you will have a slight aim assist drop. The aim assist will go from 0.6 to 0.4, which puts it very much in line to controller on PC. So it's kind of a trade-off. You have more frames, but you have less aim assist. To me, it sounds kind of fair, but for you guys who have been waiting to finally have 120 FPS on Apex on console, now is your time. You finally have it. It's called performance mode. Ranked has also undergone several changes in this brand new season, and when I say changes, they kind of brought it back to the original version of Ranked. Ranked for the past 3 seasons honestly was kind of trash. If I'm being real, let's be real for a sec. But Respawn basically went back to the drawing board and kind of reverted Ranked to what it was originally. It's now back to an RP system based on kills and placement. Now of course this system still has its flaws, and for all of you Ranked players out there, of course you would actually see those flaws as well. But I do believe that this system right now is probably the best system for Apex Ranked. Of course, we can still see many more improvements, many more changes. Ranked is still a very iffy experience for me, but I do believe that this RP system based on kills and placement is probably the best version of Ranked I've played before. So if you haven't played Apex Ranked in a minute, get some friends, hop on and grind your way up to Pred or Master. Also guys, a very small but very big change as well in Season 20 of Apex, the brand new season, is that fortified legends like Gibby, Caustic, as well as Pathfinder and Revenant actually now feel so much smoother when you play them. I'm sure you guys have noticed this, right? So when you play a legend like Wraith or Horizon, they always feel very fast and smooth. The running mechanics feel smooth, the sliding feels smooth, everything just feels a lot faster, right? And even though when you play legends like Gibby and Caustic, the speed is essentially the same, for some reason it just felt a lot more sluggish and it felt a lot slower, right? Well, Respawn has officially fixed this in the brand new season. Every single legend now will basically feel the same in terms of how fluid they are in game, which is a big change, because for me at least, a big reason why I stopped using all of those big fortified legends was because they just felt so sluggish, right? But in this season, every single legend basically feels the same. All of them feel smooth, all of them feel fast, and it's a great change. There's also been many weapon changes in Apex Legends Season 20 in the brand new season, and of course, if you haven't played Apex in a very long time, you will definitely realize that this meta is very different. For example, the R99 has been completely nerfed into the ground. It's no longer the best SMG in the game. It feels very, very different. The recoil is insane. The Hemlock has gotten a very big nerf. The charge rifle no longer is a laser. For you charge rifle players out there, I'm sorry, but it's not what it used to be. Digi-threats also can't even be equipped to SMGs anymore, which is kind of crazy, but basically the weapon meta in Season 20 is completely different, and if you haven't played Apex in a very long time, you're gonna have a lot of fun trying to discover the brand new meta and see what actually is good now. I'm still in the process of trying to see what I like. For example, I still have the flatline, I still have the R301, but the meta is very different, and that also applies to the legend meta. Huge catalyst nerfs recently, a decent crypto buff, another Horizon nerf. Conduit was recently nerfed as well. The legend meta is in shambles for you guys who haven't played this game in a minute. It's a completely different meta as well, so try it out. Guys, basically this is the best time right now to jump back into Apex. It's a completely different game. It feels fresh. There's so many changes, and especially if you haven't played this game in a very long time, you're gonna have a lot of fun with rediscovering everything new. The game actually feels fun, and it still isn't perfect, and it never will be perfect, but that's one thing that Apex has always managed to do right. The core gameplay is always gonna be top tier. Comparing Apex to other Battle Royale games, it just doesn't feel the same, and that's where Apex always shined. So while the game does have its flaws, for someone like me who took such a long break from Apex, basically like a 1-year complete break from playing this game, coming back to it now in 2024 has been a pleasant surprise. So jump back in, now is the perfect time. Let me know what you guys think.